now, Setsuna. Where's Setsuna? That might be on the other page. Oh, he says, yet another man who throws the word future around so irresponsibly. So many people are shedding their blood and tears to protect this world. I'd never let someone who'd run from his past have dominion over it. You should be thanking me, and be eradicating the Gaia Empire. What we're trying to do is not defeat our enemies, we just want peace to return to this world. I won't let you destroy it with your egocentric reasoning. Chien tells him that if he wants to go back in time, that's fine, he should do it by himself though. Kira is just like, I'll stop you, so no one else can regret things like me. Kay talks about dimensional repairs with him. Churiko, Causality being warped in this area, your abnormal survivor powers might not work, you know. Churiko doesn't say anything and then says, but of course, you fear not death in that case, because I have no intention of dying. I'll live on, and in this world, if you try and stop that, then you're my enemy. Basarides tells him to listen to his song, because that's him. Roger says that he seemed like a nice boy, but he's not. Ryoma just goes, come on sissy, I'll tear that rotten spirit of yours a new one. You dare ridicule what I'm doing as cowardly? That's pissed you off, bring it. I enjoy wrecking your proud mech along with your plans. As part of the high school staff, I'm here to settle this mess with you, but good. It's just like, fuck you, buddy. $200,000 money, pretty good. Leonard to Haman says, I never thought you'd join me the Red Comet. I suppose you ultimately are still a woman. And Haman says, someone who's fleeing from his past could never understand what it means to believe in the future. And then he yells at her. Vicky is like, you did your homework on someone like me? I guess you had a lot of free time while working on that insane plan. It's just the Watter's bad job because he wastes potential profit in the name of giving to charity and helping people. Banjo says that things in the past can give you strength, they're not all bad. Cafe, Leonard says that he can create a world where everyone who was victim of the human bomb, the Geizok thing, would be alive, he just has to ask. And Cafe just says, shut up! My dad said that because we can't turn back, we should live today to the fullest and work towards a better future. You're a selfish jerk who's running away from your own pain and suffering. I ain't buying into your shit. And then Leonard says, oh, salaryman, always trying to maintain the status quo. Your small blindness is despicable. And then Akagi tells him to, he's like, I don't care if you're a whispered or a genius. Salarymen are good too. But that's most of the good ones. Whoever those guys should have had an attack where they yell at each other. But okay, he's like, he's not giving up. And then he's like, no, it's over. I ain't giving up. And Sasuke's like, yeah, no, that's fine. I know you're not giving up. And Sasuke says that he heard from Tessa that Leonard's he says that he found out that Leonard's mother abandoned him, and he heard that from Tessa. He's like, wait, what? And he's like, oh yeah, you catch that? He's like, Tessa. So Leonard's like, shit. So Tessa did know what our mother had done, but even then, she like. And then Sasuke's like, I don't know what that actually means. She just told me to say it, and it worked, and it fucked him up. But I don't know what I'm actually implying. And he's like, ugh, ugh, yeah, buh. And Sasuke's like, wow, that really actually fucked you up good, didn't it? So then it's like, Teresa, you knew. Blah. Meanwhile, in the base underneath Gunbuster's butt, Sophia is having delusions of grandeur, and she's like, "Oh yeah, I'm." Yeah, there she says that she's Clotho, Lachesis, and Atropos, which are the ladies with the snippy strings. She's like, "I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna fix everything." There's Callan. Sasuke, Sasuke's like, well, okay, well, while Leonard's talking, I'm gonna go, I'm gonna go get Chidori. Fuck you, buddy. And meanwhile, Chidori's starting to mount a comeback against Sophia's control, mostly because she's fucking mad as hell about what Sasuke said about her. Yeah, so there's Sophia's like, oh, I did, and the mystery person at the top, and she's like, oh yeah, no, I'm mad as hell. I can't believe he said that about me. What a fucking jerk. And she's like, fuck you, Sasuke! And now she's hooting and hollering. And she gets her counter rant in, and she's just like, oh, Sasuke's stupid war and whispered stuff is all so far beyond common sense that I'm justified in being short-tempered, violent, and crazy, alright? And when did you ever take precious time out of your busy schedule to say something nice to me? You always just running around with your gun, wrecking my shit, and it's like, he's always saying nice things to you. But, so she's hooting and hollering and being shitty, and like really embarrassing their shit. And then here's Sophia, who's like, wow, this is a bit childish. But then she's like, oh wait, but me and Chidori are two different people. But now that she knows that she can twist and subjugate Chidori and finish remaking the world once and for all, now that she's separated her from her. And then Chidori's like, whew, glad I got to blow off some steam, that's a lot better. Whew. Then she says, thanks, Sasuke. And she says, and now, you're Sophia, right? Yeah, well, isn't it? It's like, okay, so, your little pet project, want nothing to do with it. It's a shame, and it's like, it says, it's a shame how you died, but that doesn't give you the right to inflict a greater tragedy on the entire world. And especially if to do so, you need to steal someone else's body to do it. And then Sophia shows her a glimpse of the outside world. Sarah, I'm in for your cockpit. Bonk. Sasuke! He's like, there. No chance of surviving having your cockpit destroyed like that. He's dead. It's like, Sasuke, he's gone. He's like, yep, might as well just give control to me. We'll remake the world and he'll be alive. He'll be brilliant. And she just goes, no, no. And then, screaming. So he's like, yep, time to remake the world. Let's do it. And then Chidori's like, how about no, actually? She's like, it's not... Like, this new world you want to make isn't the world of rewinding the clock back 18 years and avoiding war. Like, that's fine, but that would mean that there's no scar on Sasuke's cheek, and, like, that's, like, an emblem of everything he's gone through that made him, him. And even if part of the world and the people in it die, the rest of the world could go on striving for the future. And that's what all her friends taught her. Basically, like, the past sometimes sucks, but it makes you who you are. And she says, and even if there is a way you can bring people back from the dead, I don't think we should do it. And she says, Sasuke wouldn't want me to, especially if it meant, like, I would regret it afterwards. And she says, even if he's dead now and gone, I'll live on, like, as myself by myself, and I'll put you out the fucking window. And with that, she just gets Sophia gone. Sophia's destroyed. And then she wakes up and just screams. And he's like, I wish he wasn't dead though. And he was like, Sasuke! And then it's like, wait, where is he? And I was like, sorry, just me in here. Whoops. Where's Sagara? So Al grabs the Belial. Armor, Magnum! And Sasuke's like, yeah, I borrowed it from Jericho, and it's a little thing I learned from him. Fuck, am I impossible? So he blows it up. So Leonard ejects, and Sasuke's like, don't move, buddy. So then it's like, well, here we are then. So Leonard's like, oh, that bit about Tessa and my mother, that hit me harder than I thought, really. And he's like, I can't, how the hell is she, countenanced opposing me all this time, knowing what I went through? Maybe she's tougher than I gave her credit for. Maybe she's not the worst human being alive because she's not me, which is basically Leonard's standpoint. He's like, maybe she was even tougher than I am. And then Leonard's like, I knew that my hatred for the world was abnormal, but remaking it was the only way I could come up to achieve normalcy. And then Sasuke's like, I get wanting to be normal. And then it's like, yeah, you're never going to be normal though, are you, dude? He's like, yeah, you're right, I'm not. Probably not. But finally, Leonard and Sasuke reach mutual understanding. They're both fucked up and they will probably never be normal. And then Leonard hits the button. He's like, well, there you go, I hit the space-time bomb button. And everything within 20 kilometers, including Chidori, is going to be fucking toast. Gunshot. Leonard dies, and it was Kalinin. Kalin's like, nope, I'm determined to see the project through. And then Chidori's here's like, wait, whoa, Sasuke, you're alive. He's like, whoa, Chidori, stay back. So then he tells Hibiki to take Chidori, and he's going to run off after Kalinin. And he says if he doesn't settle the score here, then Kalinin will be back to kidnap her again. And he's just like, I'll be back! And we'll go back to the classroom, but I gotta hurry, we've only got 3 minutes on this bomb. It's like, you better come back to me, Sasuke. So, as Sasuke runs off, he's like, why would Leonard, with all of his power, why couldn't you come up with a better way of spending his life than this fucking mess? Like, damn, I wish I thought to say that to him while he was alive. So, he gets down Kalinin, and they're both out of bullets, and Sasuke just says, draw your knife. And the Kalinin says, if it's going to be hand to hand, I'm fine. And he says he's not going to come up with an explanation for his actions that won't make Sasuke madder, so he just says, despite all the combat tactics he taught Sasuke, Sasuke never had any talent for warfare. And Sasuke's like, yeah, I've never been the best at unarmed combat or sniping or piloting an armed slave, but one thing I've got more than anything else when the chips are down is I'm tough. And then hits Kalinin's knife and shatters it, and he's like, fight, it's mine, buddy. And then it's just like, there's no way, I can't do it. I can't finish off the man who's been like a father to me, even now. And Kalinin says that Sasuke is like a sheep that's grew up in the middle of a wolf pack. And even though he doesn't need to eat flesh like they do, he had to pretend to be like them to survive. He says that Sasuke never should have had to have gone through all this, and that's what he's thought ever since he rescued him from the crashed airplane all those years ago. And he wanted just here at the end to tell Sasuke who Sasuke really is. And he says, like, he's like, check this out. And he's just fucking dying. And he's like, yep, the ground troops really fucked it up. Like, they shot me a lot with bullets, so and grenades, and I'm dying. I helped train them, so I mean, at least that's like that silver lining. They fucked me up. And then he says that Sasuke is a gentle person at heart, and unable to strike the final blow. And he says, if only he'd been able to send Kalin home, if only he'd been able to go home to his wife and child himself. And basically, Kalin's entire reason for doing this plan was to get the new world, to get his wife back, because she died in a hospital accident and when she was pregnant. And Sasuke's like, I can't believe it! I can't believe that this dude who's cool would do something so shitty. And Kalin says, even Dad's a human too. And then here his last word to Sasuke is ikinasai, which is like live or go, just. And then he dies. It's like, come on, then. So everyone's like, what is it? He's like, where's Sasuke? He's like, I don't know, like, we're all here. And then here's AG. He's like, I got a message for Sasuke. And here's the robot. Al's in pretty bad shape. He's sort of like, he didn't kill Sasuke when he crushed the cockpit, but he fucked it up a lot, and the Taro system that would let him do the Lambda driver is all fucked up. So here he is. Incoming message from Z3.2. Oh, he told me to live. AG's got something. Alright, it's probably some Z chips. And it's a message from all of Sasuke's classmates, pre-recorded, that AG's sending to him, and they're just like, hey, buddy! And he's like, Kana-chan, hope you're there too! And, oh no, he's being shitty, like, buddy. And they're like, sorry we blamed you for all the mess that happened in our school, but we're doing alright, we're fine. And they're just like, we're good, we're safe and fine, and we know that it wasn't your fault. Alto explained the deal. And then Sasuke's like, well, great news, and that'll give me a couple of minutes before the end. And then AG's like, damn it, Sasuke, get out of there, use your Lambda driver. He's like, I can't. The Taro system's all jacked up. And I was like, yep, Lambda driver don't work. It's like, that's it, it's over, buddy. But Sasuke is like... And he turns it off. He's like, well, there you go, pretty good. How many minutes? 1 minute to go. Duh. Just sitting here. Sergeant. Yep. And then Sasuke just goes, hey, you know what? I don't want to die. I really don't want to die. So then Al says he's got something he wants to try. And he says, am I a human or a machine? And then Sasuke says, and then Sasuke says, figure it out for yourself. That's what all humans do. It's what all people do. Figure it out for yourself. And then Alan says, many thanks. What? And he says, I figured it out. And the bomb goes off. Jittery. Bleh. And then that noise at the end is the lambda driver activation noise, where Al can now do that. He's cool. And in the novel, there's like a nuclear fucking missile flying at them, and then Al's like, Sergeant, am I human or machine? He's like, I think he's like, am I alive? And Sasuke's just like, figure it out for yourself. He's like, okay. And he just activates the lambda driver, and it's like the strongest lambda driver of all time. So we're like, damn, Sasuke's fucking dead. Who would have believed? Had the lambda driver, and it wasn't an fucking he did the thing with the laser and the lambda driver and the laser tower. Yes, all the Z crews, each boy sucks. He's dead. So everyone's sad as hell that Sasuke's dead. And it's like, you promised that we'd go back to class together. It would be cool if we graduate together. And then Sasuke walks up and like, what's with the long faces, everybody? Like, howdy, we got like the Wrath of Avalon thing to do. Like, when are we gonna get the attack on them started? You don't have time to sit around here. Sasuke, yeah, that's me. It's like, but the lambda driver didn't work. And he's like, yeah, Al did it. Al made it work. Al? He's like, yeah, the laser, like he was in the Leviathan's cockpit and did the thing. He initiated the lambda driver by himself, and he just used the sentiments that AG sent, just as he intended, and it made a field that halted the space-time bomb blast in its tracks. And he's like, I guess I can't call him just a mere AI anymore. He says he's got serious guts, and everyone's like, Sasuke! That's me. And then he says, sorry, children, I won't be able to fulfill the part about returning to our classroom just yet, because the war's still going on. And she's like, well, I guess I'll have to stay as a special attaché to Z-Blue then. It's like, but, it's like, no, I just gotta, I mean, I'm not whispered anymore. Yeah, she says, now that Sophia's gone, she can feel her whispered powers fading, and she's just gonna go back to being a regular old schoolgirl. It's like, well, maybe regular, but and then just goes, yeah, you may be regular, but your cooking is hella good, and that would be a huge help in the galley because everybody in Z-Blue doesn't know how to cook for shit. And then he says he's like, I've got one more promise. I made that promise about taking you to the beach, but I got another one. And then they smooch, and she's thinking, there. Finally back together. And then it's like, wow, we did it. Back together. And this is all going to be in the new series of Full Metal Panic. And then everybody's clapping and hooting and hollering, like, "Way, you did it!" So Chiri made the right choice about the world she wants to live in. And here's Kathy's like, a lot of people fucking died actually, but Destiny's good work. So Jeffrey's like, we lost a lot of people, a lot of good people, but we're going to make sure those losses aren't in vain. Tessa is like surprised at her own calm despite her brother being killed, and she's like, no doubt it will strike me later, and all the grief that losing her last blood rarely will come out. And it's like, oh hey, bad news, emergency in space near Earth, dimensional rift has been caused by Leonard's thing probably, and a whole bunch of Bards are coming through. It's like, shit. And Tessa says Leonard and Kaladin describe this world as warped, but she's going to shoulder the responsibility of keeping it safe. Her and Z-Blue. And the Gaiken got 77% of the bullshit. And now we go to the D trader. Well, Hibiki, we got the Hella Z crystal from Sosuke. Hibiki, what's up? He's like, TD, when Leonard was talking about the thing, Leonard fired his bow at the quarter. He's like, yeah, I remember that. He didn't kill Tessa, but he seriously damaged some other parts of the ship. And TD was in it. Ugh. It's like, oh damn. So Hibiki's like, thanks for helping Sosuke and Chidori pull through, but I don't want to do no cheering, bye. And then AD's like, wow, TD's dead, that sucks. Ooh, no ace pilot combos, I'm too sad about her dying, but I'll still be open for business. Ooh, an air adapter, I'll fucking buy the shit out of that, thank you very much. And then I'll sell a cake too. Never let it be said that I don't know when's the right time to sell a cake.